Welcome, investigators, to another one-shot. Today we will be playing in the Falling Flat, a mystery in the small town of Exetor, Ronson, a small town on the edge of Lake Wethry, where it's a rather cloudy day with the wind just causing the chimes on the housing to sing. We start here in a buggy, pulled by a noisy draft horse, snow and ice crunching beneath hooves and wheels. The buggy stutters a little as if startled. The buggy is deep black in color and with lettering on the side which states the Delvian Company. Delvian Company is an investigator's first contract usually, oftentimes taking jobs relating to missing persons cases. In fact, this is why the buggy is on the road towards today's location. Inside are three rookie investigators. Will you introduce yourselves and your characters and describe them from top to bottom?
Sorte.
Sorte, you're the top.
Hi. I am playing today a new character that it's only going by the name of Jaques. I cannot pronounce that. Let me. He is. I don't know how to describe it, but he's just a tall man of Yuan-Ti descendants, very clearly, and he's just dressed in neat dark clothing, non-descriptive. Seems to be minding his own business at the moment and has not a stricken conversation with anybody.
I'm sorry, but that was really quiet. I didn't really process.
Yeah, you might need to speak a little bit louder.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
think it's like your current whatever you're using as a mic is the problem at the moment. Just needs a little bit more.
Hi, what about now?
Yes,
I am.
thank you.
Sorry about that. What I was saying is that today I'm playing a new character. His name is Jaques, and that's the only name he has given. He's a tall man of real kind descendant, Yuan-Ti, clearly Yuan-Ti, not trying to hide it. He's dressed in black non-descriptive clothes, and he seems to be doing his best to keep to himself.
Okay.
No, my turn. Hi, I'm MJ, and I will be playing Stellar Blue. He has recently acquired a child and is now sort of trying to figure out how to make more money than being a vigilante hero usually makes him.
Is that it for Stellar Blue?
I guess so. I'm gonna post his character ref sheet.
Okay. Yeah. They're here.
They're here.
They're here. Okay then. I guess my turn. Hi, I'm Cayde, and I am playing today. Actually, my very first D&D character I ever made. But this time I've reworked them, and they're my changeling rogue, Edith. This is they're used to working on their own, so they typically be keeping to themselves anyway. But this is their first time seeing a Toonkind character, a Toonkind person. So this is very strange for them in general. But they're just sort of keeping to themselves, and currently they're not actually like in a disguise of any other species. They're not human or anything. They're just in their natural look, which is let me grab the picture. 1, 2, just to keep them put together. If it will upload. Sorry.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
There we go.
Well, today is a grim day for you three. You're approaching the lakeside town and will probably arrive in about 15 minutes. It's been 2 days since the boy vanished, and the Delvian Company received a call from his mother, Dolly Tolan, to come see if they would find Jade Tolan, or if he was found dead, figure out what happened to him. Using the next out-of-game 15 minutes, take your time to interact with each other, check the briefing in your inventory, and make a list of questions for the locals.
Okay. What's the briefing look like? I don't know if you posted it anywhere.
Oh, I didn't post it. I will send a screenshot of the briefing now because
Okay.
it's
Briefing.
briefing.
Gift
If you want, I could
community.
read it out loud to you right now before I send it.
I guess you could.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to send it to all of y'all.
It's okay. It happens. Don't worry about it.
Happens.
Okay, well, here it is. There's your briefing.
Okay.
Jade Tullen went missing at around 19:30 p.m. in the town of Exeter by the Elkbound Inn. Before that, he was seen at the Tullen farmhouse doing chores with his friend Abigail at 6 a.m. to 14 o'clock. At around 14:30, he was seen at the lakeshore watching the fishing boats near the local diner eating bread. The missing Tabaxi boy is around 165 centimeters tall and weighs around 67.5 kilograms. His fur is already brown while he has a white arc on the bridge of his nose. His left hand has 2 digits that are white in coloration while the rest is the same as his solid coat color. His eyes are a yellowy hazel. The boy often wears pale clothing and a solid green bandana with a brown corduroy pants. He wears black work boots as well. Before the disappearance, the lad was often disparaging the government even though his home community was well off. He doesn't seem like the type to go down without a fight.
Me knowing what I know about Ranson and hearing that he was disparaging the government. Oh no. Oh no.
Since Edith is typically a traveler, I'm guessing this is going to be their first time visiting Ranson, and they don't really know about it. They didn't take care to research this place before they just sort of hopped into snuck in, just try to keep things low key as they were looking for a place to stay. And now that they've got this job, like, signed up for it, they're starting to, I don't know, they're probably gonna go up to one of the others, maybe Stellar, and be like, hey, so, are you from around here?
Sorry to disappoint, but no, I'm from Inkwell. I'm here. Well, I've been here before, but I can't say I was really here long. He sort of leans in close to your character. Just between you and me, is it just me, or is there something weird about this country? Like, I mean, I don't mean to be offensive, but like, it feels shady.
Edith is just gonna chuckle awkwardly, like, nah, I'm from out of town. Just moved here a couple days ago. I don't really know a whole lot about this place yet.
I see. I think Stella glances at the third member here.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know anything much about Ranson?
The third member of this group just kind of stops writing on a notebook and looks up and just shakes his head. That's enough.
Yeah.
Side to side.
Yeah.
Still just sort of sighs. Okay, at least we're all on pretty much the same blank page.
I guess. So, since we're going to be working together, I guess, may I have your names?
Stellar Blue at your service, and he offers a hand to shake.
Edith, delicately takes it. Gives
Um,
oh, good. You.
Sorte, you good?
Oh no.
I think Sorte's having some technical difficulties.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh,
Roommate.
Roommates.
Roommates.
Roommate.
Roommates.
Anyways.
sorry.
Hey, Matt, Sorte, could you write out your character's name? I was sort of having trouble hearing it a little bit. Was it like Jack? Ah,
Jack. Alright.
Jaques is you might address me as Jaques.
Jack.
If that's how you pronounce this.
I think that specific spelling of the name is typically pronounced like Jacques.
Jacques.
Yuck.
It's French, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is clearly not the name he's used to. I'm gonna give you that.
Okay.
Lord Tidbit. And also, just another thing I was having trouble hearing. Did you say he's like of Toonkind descent or some other descent?
Yanti.
Yeah.
Okay. Snake.
You got to very cold this sneaky man in front of you. He's sneaky.
Edith just sort of nods as they share their names, and it's just like, nice to meet you. You may call me Edith.
Nice to meet you, Edith. I look forward to working with you too. I'm sort of usually more of a loner, you know.
Same here, honestly, but I'll do my best to help out, I guess. Not used to this, but you know.
You know, as long as we can figure out where this kid went, I'll be happy.
I tend to be pretty resourceful, so.
Well, with a team of 3 people, I'm sure this job will go well.
Yeah. We should have this kid found in no time. It shouldn't be too difficult.
My apologies, I wasn't paying attention before. Are you two perhaps already experienced in this kind of task? Do you have previous jobs, investigation, maybe?
Well, I haven't really ever, had to go searching for a missing person before, but I do tend to be pretty good at finding things. So, finding a whole person doesn't sound too hard. I mean,
It is a whole entire person. You know, I work as a hero over in Ankwil, and it's sort of, helping people get home. Something I do often. This is basically going to be like that, but I also don't know who the person is or where they currently are.
You say you're a hero, huh? How humble of you to say so.
It is peculiar. I do have to admit, I have never heard someone use it as a hero, as kind of like, it almost sounds like you're talking about a job description kind of thing.
Well, it's what I do, like, all the time, so it is sort of a job. I mean, I'm not getting paid for it, but it's what I do. Still is suddenly feeling a little bit like embarrassing. Oh, they don't think being a hero is cool. Oh no, it's my one defining trait.
Not much of a job if you can't make any money off it, but say la vie. Things might just be different over in Bankwell. I can't even say I've even heard of that place, to be honest.
Okay, just imagine a country full of people like me, and it makes a lot more sense that I'm a hero.
That sounds very disorienting. You are already a very unique individual. Can't say I've ever met anyone like you. Hard to imagine a whole country full of you.
So, do you see that Jaques? Sorry, I'm gonna keep pronouncing it wrong.
It's
It's
okay.
in character. Forgive me, all of France. Do you see that Jaques actually takes his notebook, points it at you, and kind of like so you can see like the page, and he's like, "So you come from a place like this?" and taps on the paper. You can see that he has tried to make a drawing of you.
Aw.
So he tried to make a drawing of Stell, or
Of Stella.
still sort of chuckles. Yeah, I mean, it's just everyone's attuned where I come from, and I mean, not everyone looks like me, but everyone is made out of ink.
Huh.
I don't understand is where is the ink? Is like your country made of paper?
I, you know what? I don't know how to explain. It's like okay, so there's this magical inkwell that tunes spun out of, and it sort of made the whole country like a little bit magic, I guess.
Huh. Um. All right. Maybe I'll just have to go visit sometime, see for myself.
I mean, I would
uh.
definitely recommend it over any place around Ranson.
Edith. Oh, sorry. Edith's going to look at Jax and sort of ask, so sorry, I don't think we ever asked you in turn, but do you have any sort of experience with missing persons cases? Are you some sort of investigator typically?
That's to yes and a no. But people tend to come to me to try to see the truth of things one way or another. My job is usually bringing them there,
Hmm.
and really that's it. There is no much more than some. I get the information and I polish it. I do admit I am not used to be on the field, so it's a learning experience in some way for me too.
Hmm. All right.
I believe we should take these moments to try to have a plan of action. Um, we could maybe start asking questions around, but I feel like we might not be able to ask as many as we want. We
Hmm.
should focus on which ones we want them to be like the core ones, if I'm making any sense.
Uh,
What do we want to know first before?
I honestly, I was thinking about starting by talking with the other people that is mentioned in the little briefing they gave us. The Abigail and his the boy's mom. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Either of you remember it?
Nope. Stella just sort of shrugs helplessly.
Doesn't mention it in the briefing. God, I'm so sorry. Little details.
You know, I'm
slip
sure
me.
it will come to us the moment we hear
It is
someone
in a
else say
briefing that you guys have in your inventory. It should be in your inventory. You can pull it out and take a look. It's not cheating if you look at the briefing.
Well, I mean, it doesn't say the mom's name in the briefing.
It
I've
does.
been looking at it.
I thought.
Does it?
Oh. I thought it should.
It says Abigail, which is his friend. But
Okay,
there's no
so
other
it
name.
doesn't say his mother. It doesn't say his mother's name. Dang
Turns
it.
out that his mother is also called Abigail. It's a very popular name.
I figure we could we'll probably find her if we go to his house. It might be best to start there, talk to his mom, investigate around the house. You know, figure out like where he tends to hang out and stuff.
Still nods. Yes, I think that's a good plan of action. Also, I mean, I think we could just call her Mrs. Tolan.
Yeah, that
needs
works.
first
That works.
names?
yeah. I mean, what's in a name, anyways?
Be interested in speaking with the last people he was seen with. I believe Abigail is the name.
yeah. I mean, there's possibly the chance that, you know, he might just have run off somewhere. Happened all the time where I grew up. Kids, you know.
No, I actually don't.
Oh, well, you know. The place I grew up, you know, it tended to be like, sort of, you know, rougher neighborhood. Kids got into trouble all the time and would run off either to, you know, get out of trouble or because, you know, they had disagreements with their parents, stuff like that. But more often than not, they'd come back, work things out, and it'd be fine.
Huh. Well, I don't think we can hedge our hopes on the kid just coming back.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, but still.
Well,
Maybe he's just fine.
We can
Maybe
hope.
this was yeah. Maybe this was just a case of, you know, disagreement at home or with a friend or something, or got into a bit of trouble, you know, ran off. He
Suppose
might
we can
not.
figure out if it's trouble at home when we interview his mother.
Well, yeah, of course.
It will be also interesting to look for
And that
clues
is 15
around
minutes.
the house. Oh, sorry.
No, don't worry. I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'll get to discarding the landscape
Yeah.
after you finish that.
So the last sentence that Jaques says is like, it would be interesting to also snoop around the house. The mother might lie, but there are things that you cannot hide. Dun dun! Sorry, Hoosh. I'm trying to
guys
talk fancy, but I can't.
You're so valid.
You guys are now rolling into town. If you guys look out the windows on either side, you could see townspeople just sort of staring at you suspiciously. It is clear that these people kind of didn't want your help, but kind of needed it. They're going to be that southern kind to you, but not in the. They're not just gonna be outright rude. No, they'll be like, "Bless your heart." They're gonna
Passive aggression.
talk about you.
Passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive townspeople. But you guys do eventually start. The carriage is pulling you down Wethry Lane. The snow has been cleared away down this path, just to make it a little bit easier on the horse. Not you guys. No, it's not about you guys. And
Only
so
for horse.
you finally pull up in front of a lovely little farmhouse. Farmhouse on the far end of the lane, just on the edge of town. Why couldn't you just go straight there through the snow? That's a question to keep in mind, but the way has been cleared through the way through town, so you can get a look at the various small mom and pop shops and such. You guys are now at the Tolan farmhouse.
All right.
Interesting. They either wanted us to be. They either wanted us to see the surroundings, or they wanted to show us around.
Well, let's not waste any time, I guess, and get straight to it. Edith's going to start wandering up to the farmhouse and sort of gesture for the others to follow him. Come on.
Still
No time to
follows
waste.
behind.
And Jaques is the last.
Alright. I guess Edith's gonna just sort of go up to the front door, give a few knocks on it, and sort of say, Miss Tolan, you inside?
It takes a second for the door to open, but a small little Tabaxi lady opens the door covering one of her ears and like, you didn't have to knock so loud, dear.
Ah, my bad, ma'am. We're just here to help look for Jade.
Oh, come in. And she steps back. She is wearing a blue collar shirt with a black skirt, and she currently has a violet scarf wrapped around her waist as to keep the shirt from flying upward because she hasn't been able to get new clothes in a while.
Oh.
So she opens the door to let you all in. Inside the house, it's a very cozy place, very sparsely decorated, but there is enough to know that this is a home and not just a house.
Edith's probably gonna glance around a little bit as Miss Tolan lets him inside. It does look, I lost my train of thought as quickly as I started it.
Maybe
I
we should
hate
all
when
roll
that happens.
perception.
Yeah, I guess I'll go perception, just maybe get a few more details, anything in particular that pops out. 1d. I haven't used this bot before.
I haven't used this before either.
Oh, do you need me to show y'all how?
I think I might get what's going on. Hold on. Let me just pull up.
Just without the period.
Yeah, without the period. Okay.
Oh no, wait! I actually have used this before, so I have no excuse. Perception.
24.
Nice.
Oh wow!
I got a nat 20!
Nice.
Edith
We
sees
have.
all.
We see all. Nat 22 for you.
Damn.
We enter
just
this
so-
house. We're in investigation mode. We perceive all.
Listen, Edith is used to, snooping around for one reason or another, So, they're pretty
This is just
perceptive.
the main entry hall. You don't really see much, anything of importance. It's just an entry. It's the main entry point of the house.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. But boy, do we see it.
Boy, do
Let's hope
we
this
see
is
it!
foreshadowing that all our rolls will be pretty good,
Yeah.
and not us all wasting our luck right at the start.
With the nat 20, Edith can count every single grain of wood.
See the dust. To the
See the
minutest
dust.
detail.
This woman opens the door, invites 3 strangers into her house, and these 3 guys are just staring at her like with the biggest old eyes you can imagine.
Anyway,
Eyes
Well,
emoji.
it's nice to see that you all are getting to work right away. But I heard from Mr. Delvian himself that you might have some questions for me, so I prepared a little side room where we can sit.
oh, that sounds perfect.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I guess they
The
follow the
little,
little lady into the room.
Yeah.
yeah, the little lady takes them into like a side room where there's 3 cups of coffee, little pitcher of cream on a
There's
coaster with with and there's like a little bowl of butterscotch candies right in the center of the table. And she sits down at the on the most broken chair you can imagine, leaving the 3 nice ones for you guys.
Oh.
Fing still will see this and say, "Oh, madam, you can have my chair. I'll sit in the that one."
No, you're the investigator. You should sit down over there.
Glances from the chair to chair and then just sort of hesitantly nods. Okay.
Ma'am, do him the favor. He's a hero, it seems.
Goodness, don't take this over here.
I think Edith does like sort of laugh at the hero thing, but like tries to cover it up with a little cough.
Stell is just a little bit pouty now, like, no respect.
I promised you this is Jax trying to be nice.
This is Edith trying to cover it up. Is them sort of trying to be polite, not quite nice, but polite. Anyways, so once once everybody else is situated, Edith's also going to take their seat and is going to start with. So, Miss Tolan.
Yes?
What can you remember from the last time you saw your son? Let's start with that.
Well, he was just getting home after doing some of the chores he had listed down. He was. And she struggles to pull herself together for a second.
Oh no.
And he was very happy, but he seemed to not want to walk on his left foot for a bit. So I insisted that I put him up in ice. But he kind of just went to his room, sat there for a few minutes, and just walked right back out.
Did you say his left foot?
Yes?
Did you see anything in particular? Any bruises? Did it look swollen?
It looked like he had accidentally yanked a claw off.
Ooh.
And that was the last I saw of my boy.
Edith's going to ask, and did you say that he had come inside from doing, was it chores? What exactly was he doing?
I don't usually keep track of his chores. He writes the list himself. But from what I know, that he usually likes to take care of the apple seedlings in the greenhouse. And
Hey,
he
take your
started
time,
those
man.
seedlings himself, and I was so proud of him.
I think Edith's just going to sort of lean forward a bit and just level a sort of reassuring look and say, "Take your time, ma'am. It's all right. We're here to help. We're gonna do whatever we can to help you out. Get your son home."
Thank you so much, investigator.
Ma'am, do you know of any person who will have a motive to
No.
harm?
No. He was a very sweet boy, a bit shy at times, but he was always very proactive in helping our little community.
That doesn't mean there was not maybe a conflict,
I don't know
personal
anybody who
conflicts.
could have done anything.
Had he gotten in any fights lately?
It doesn't have to be a physical fight, but was there somebody
Yes.
that he'd been arguing with lately, or the like?
Well, the day before he went gone, he sort of had a shouting match with the innkeeper. No, not the innkeeper. I'm sorry. The diner owner.
All right.
Her name is Kayleen, and she's normally very kind to the boy, but for some reason she was just angry at him for some reason.
Did you hear anything? What was it about?
No, I wasn't there for it, but he did come home saying that he he was being yelled at.
Sorry, he was what?
He was being yelled.
Have you heard anything from anyone else regarding what that possibly could have been about?
No, I don't go into town very much. I'm mostly taking care of what I can around here, which is mostly quite a bit of things.
Is there any people working with you here in the house, in the farm, with your kid?
No, just us two.
What about Abigail?
Wait, what?
What about Abigail? Sorry, it says Abigail for me. Abigail.
Little Abigail. She likes to come around sometimes, but very rarely. She works hard at the inn.
Is there anything in particular you can tell us about Abigail and her relationship with Jade and you? How did they come to meet? How did they become friends?
They met at the schoolhouse while helping out the teacher there. And they just came to be friends after that, and they've been hanging around each other for years now.
So they were romantically involved, or?
I don't even think so, no.
Do you know of any places the two typically like to go hang out?
If they would usually hang out, they would usually hang out in the greenhouse or by the Lake Wethery. Oh, crazy Lake Wethery.
Okay, we have at least 3 locations to check. Lake, greenhouse, and the dinner. That's okay. Do you know where is Abigail at the moment?
Abigail's at work right now.
All right.
Come again?
Abigail's at work right now. Well, should be at the Elkbound Inn.
Okay. I can't think of any more questions at the moment. Are there any more that you guys have? Looking at
Yes. Is there any other member of the family around this house?
No, I just said that it was just us two.
What about the father?
Off.
Off. Since when?
Since before he was around. Well,
Okay. So left around. All right. Thank you very much for your answers.
would it well, first, Stellar, do you have any more questions?
That's what I'm trying to think of. I know the 3 locations were listed. What was the first? So it was like the greenhouse, the lake, and then the inn?
There's also the diner because he had that argument with Kayleen, the diner owner.
Yeah, sorry, I was just talking about the places he hung out with Abigail at.
Oh, with Abigail? Yeah, it was the inn, the greenhouse, and the lake.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that
Mostly the inn was just where Abigail works.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
I actually have a question. I remember a question. Sorry, ma'am. Any reasons why your kid would like to run away?
he was very unlikely to run away. If he did run away, I wouldn't know what caused it. He's very open about his feelings and his general distrust of outsiders.
Insight.
Okay, roll your insight.
I wanna insight.
Do
Where
it.
do you roll? Let me see. Does Jaques have any insight? Baby, did I give you insight? I did give you insight. Yay!
Hooray!
Fuck!
Oh no! Oh
You think that he is lying with every inch of your being.
You see that this guy face kind of like he squints his eyes and you definitely can see the snake on him. Like he's kind of like thinking to himself like if you could hear his brain, he's thinking to himself like most crimes happen between very close people, and he doesn't trust anybody that looks like as innocent as this woman. She's lying. She probably has an illegal casino running underground. Come on, up front.
You know what? I think Stell sees his face of distrust, and I'm now going to have Stell roll insight on the lady since he's trying to figure out what the deal is. Let's see if it's not
Edith's
that
just
one.
chilling.
In fact, I will say that he doesn't trust this lady enough that he's gonna he's gonna I'm gonna roll an intimidation if you allow me.
No, don't intimidate the old lady.
What does Stell get for a 7 insight on the old lady?
You're reading the same vibes as Jack. Aren't on the exact same level.
That's slightly less distrusting, but still, like, this lady is like textbook kind grandma. And that's weird because she's not too kind.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Not very intimidating. Don't get the intimidate off.
I mean, in fairness, this guy looks a little bit sickly.
Miss Tolan just sort of kind of sheepishly looks between you and Stell and is like, I think maybe if you want to get the house, you can. I'm sorry if I did anything wrong.
Edith's just gonna like glance at the other two kind of confusedly and just be like, "No, ma'am, you've done nothing wrong here. You've done just fine, and we appreciate it. If you're really okay with it, we're gonna take a look around the house, and we'll come back to you if we have any more questions later."
Okay. Please just take these two away from me. They're scaring me a little.
Still, that sort of causes
Edith is
Stella to
like,
stop his glaring.
"With pleasure." And Edith's just gonna
Wait,
grab
hold
both
on,
of
one
their
last
arms
question.
and
You said your kid, when he came home, he went to his room for a while and then left again?
Yes?
Okay, I'm going to go check his room.
Okay.
Jaques is going with you. Jaques is going with you. Like,
Edith is like, "Slow down! What the hell's gotten into you two? What in the nine hells? My God!" I don't know you two that well, but
What's
what?
gotten into you two people? I don't know. Just met.
Everything was fine just a second ago. What the heck?
We had some low brain cell rolls. That's what's happening.
Edith is like, you scared a little old lady. Why did you scare a little old lady?
I wasn't trying to scare her. I assume they're away from the little old lady now and up towards the room.
Yeah. Edith has been like after Stellar finished their last question, Edith just kept yanking them away by the arms.
I get it's not like a nice thing to do, but you have to understand right now, we only know of 2 people who could be it. And she's a little bit too nice, isn't she? Like, look at the rest of this place. Like, I've come to
There is
expect that
no-
Ranson isn't like the place where little sweet old ladies live.
there is something.
Anyone can live anywhere.
Well, actually, no. If I punch you in the middle of the sea, you wouldn't be able to live there. There is something that is not working with her story. There is something afoot. There is something amiss. I don't like this place. He's kind of like pacing around.
Edith just sort of brings a hand up to their face and drags it down like, "I think you need to slow down a bit. We've barely asked any questions yet. We just got here."
He opens his mouth and raises his hand to kind of like start again, like he's winding up to like a very long sentence full of opinion. But instead of like talking, what comes out of his mouth is like and he starts just smacking his chest like
Well, are you okay, guy?
Edith just sort of like sits back and crosses their arms, not looking quite mad, but just like, "My God, tired of this," and is like, "Are you okay? That's a pretty rough cough. That always happen when you start intimidating little old ladies?"
Are you allergic to intimidating old people?
I am allergic to bullshit.
It causes Stella to laugh.
Edith does like sort of half joke, like they want to laugh but they keep it down, and they're like, "Okay, hotshot, let's settle down a bit. Give it some more time before you go throwing around accusations and stuff."
Yeah, I'm gonna go check the kids' room.
Yeah, let's go do that.
And I'm just gonna now roll. I'm gonna roll an investigation, I guess, since he's investigating the room.
Okay. That was actually very funny. I love you guys.
Oh god! I rolled 9.
We are rolling for perception, right?
No, investigation.
Oh, investigation. Baby, did I give you an investigation? I did! Yay!
Oh,
Oh,
I
that's
Sure.
sensitive, apparently.
Listen, ignore me. You haven't seen anything. Oh, Jaques, baby.
Whatever.
He's obsessing about the grandma.
I'm going to hold on. I'm gonna roll investigation as well.
our good rolls at the
Uh,
start were foreshadowing that we would suck.
oh
Oh wait, yay!
Not
Edith,
for
hold it
Edith.
on the brain cell.
Edith is
Is
the
it-
holder of the brain cell this time, surprisingly.
I think like the tuniness of Stella is kind of like sticking into Jaques now.
Tuniness is
Stella
slightly.
and Stella and Jax, you don't really see anything wrong with the room. It's just a kid's bedroom. But Edith, you're sort of peeking around, and when you look into the closet, you see makeshift weapons from broken glass and sticks.
Mm.
Sorry, who sees that?
Edith.
Edith.
Does Edith share what they find?
Hold on, I'm writing down a note.
Yeah, take your time.
Hold on.
Well,
I'm
not to
very
write that
slow
down
at
too,
writing
but
notes.
it's like, it's just I'm gonna commit to the bit that Stella only knows what others tell him and what he finds.
Okay. So all of them are aware of the no weapons rule in this country since they don't have weapons, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So, yeah, there's a no weapons rule in the country. Unless you have a special permit. So I think Edith is sort of gonna look in the closet, let out a little ooh, and just sort of start pulling out a couple of the makeshift weapons and be like, looks like somebody was preparing for a fight.
This still immediately whips around and just sort of gapes at it. It's like, oh, how did I miss that?
Well, since you two are so focused on, hating the elderly, I guess it,
It's not about the elderly, it's about obviously adhering to the sweet innocent little lady act.
Listen, I'm as skeptical as anybody, but I'm not going to go around just, throwing accusations.
Hey, we didn't throw any accusations, we're just reasonably suspicious.
I don't know. It sounded like Jaques here was pretty eager to, throw the old lady out under the bus so soon.
Well, maybe, but I wasn't.
I was just thinking, I'm sorry, maybe I got carried away thinking, but I'm at least not giving a pass to the first person that looks a little bit cute.
I'm not, trust me. Anybody's a suspect, but that doesn't mean, Anyways, I'll drop it, but
good job
we
finding
need
that. He gestures to the weapons.
yeah. Is there anything else of interest in the closet?
Just a partially scribbled note of like it was an attempt on writing a note to his mom that he was going to be back before midnight, but it's crumpled up and tossed into the corner.
Do they all get a look at that note?
Yeah. Edith's going to pull it out and probably read it aloud. And sort of
So
be
if-
like, guess he didn't get home before midnight. Oh boy. I think after that, Edith is just going to tuck everything back into the closet, as it was before, as close as he can get it, so that it's out of the way, and not to worry or upset the old lady.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't inform the little
Yeah.
lady that her son was hoarding weapons.
Yeah.
In the dossier says that he was. Let me take out the dossier. Absolutely at hand. That he had been here disparaging the government, even though he's that he had opinions. And not only that, his opinions must be armed. Do you feel that this kind of weapons can be acquired or made by only one person? Or that there could be more people involved in this?
Well, they seem pretty
I guess we won't know till
homemade.
we find out. They're all homemade, but
And I mean, he's a
there
farmhand,
seems to
right?
be.
He probably
How-
has enough skill that he could make something.
And he did make multiple, so maybe he really wasn't planning on fighting alone. There's a few in there.
I think we might have just got an angle to. I mean, not to cast judgment on Abigail, but
Well, let's go talk
they
to
might
her.
have similar opinions. That's all I'm saying.
Well, actually, the greenhouse is on the toll house, or the what was the name?
The
Tolan
Tolan
farmhouse.
property.
Yeah,
It's
on the
on the
Tolan
property.
Before we go find Abigail, maybe we should check out that greenhouse first, actually, since it's nearby.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. I think Edith's, if everybody's cool with it, Edith's ready to go ahead and head that way.
Yeah. Scene transition.
Scene transition.
New transition. Woo.
The real kind, that is Jaques has a experience for the first time. Has seen transition and is like very freaked out.
Yeah, I think if it's like an actual scene transition thing, Edith's gonna be freaked out too.
I don't know if Toon Magic works that way, but you know what? For the sake of the gag, anywhere Stell goes, anywhere that Toon goes, the magic starts leaking in.
I think if it actually goes that way, Stellar probably declares like scene transition, and Edith's like scene transition, and then it cuts to the next thing, and Edith and Jaques are just looking very disoriented.
Jaques is grabbing his very edgy black shirt by the chest, like he's having a heart attack. Tries to compose himself when the transition finished. Tries to compose himself, like he's straight like as a stick, like.
With the
Does
power
that
of
actually?
Toon, they just straight up teleported.
Best to ask the DM if that actually happens.
Hoosh, what do you say?
It's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The
It makes no
greenhouse.
sense, but it compels us.
Yeah. Edith.
The greenhouse.
Edith. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Greenhouse. It's toasty in here, warmer than the actual house. There are rows upon rows of growing apple trees. They're like little starts, little baby trees,
Oh.
all set up on tables, having recently been watered by the lady of the house. It seems fairly empty. There's a couple bins of soil and soil food, ground up feathers, bone meal, anything that a normal greenhouse would have. You guys can choose to investigate or perceive anything you want in here. You can examine whatever you'd wish.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll investigation for anything that seems at all out of place.
I think I'll do the same.
Hmm.
Favoritism just for you, buddy.
I got a 19.
11.
God damn it. I'm rolling investigation. God damn it, Jax,
no!
stop it!
Oh, another nat 1!
The dice love Edith for whatever reason.
I hate
It's
Jax!
like a hierarchy of
Come
brain
on.
cells.
So
Cells
you
in
were
the
just
middle.
about to kick over something, but Edith manages to open it before you do, and it's like, and inside there's a bunch of like broken bottles, and there's a little note on top that says, "I'll get the beeswax for your mom tomorrow morning. Don't worry about it." And the note is signed by a Dinthrin.
Dinthrin?
Can you
Can
write
you,
that?
yeah.
Yes, I can.
That sounds like a medication for just cough. Listen, I'm gonna, just for flavor, I'm gonna say since Jax got that one, I think the poor man, like, actually, when you turn around or whatever, he has given up into looking around, and he has had to sit down, maybe on a pot or something, but he has to sit down.
What exactly did the note say again? Get the beeswax to Jade's mom
Tomorrow
tomorrow. Okay.
morning, this Dinthrin will get beeswax to his mom tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Jade's mom or Dinthrin's mom?
Jade's mom. Jade's mom.
Jake's mom?
Jade.
Have you found his mom? Is this the bring your own bows token? Holy shit.
So I'll get the beeswax to Jade's mom tomorrow morning? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Edith's going
Signed by a
to...
Dinthrin.
Yeah. Again, Edith's gonna go ahead and read the note aloud for the others to hear it. When they get to the name, they're audibly gonna read it with confusion, like Dinthrin. Who names their kid Dinthrin?
Who does name their kid Dinthrin?
Edith's gonna like stare at it for a moment and be like, could be an alias maybe. Partially because, like, who names their kid Dinthrin?
And Jax
Off the
pipes
table.
up.
Off
Yeah.
the table, that is her actual name.
And I'm gonna say that Jack actually says aloud, that sounds like cough chest drops.
Still
Do you need some? Do you need some for that awful cough earlier?
Yeah, buddy, you good?
I'm gonna roll for intimidation on you too.
I think Edith's gonna roll for intimidation back. Hold on.
Hold on, yeah, I think Stealth's gonna puff up his feathers.
Oh, come on, let me roll, you ass. Oh, come on!
That bird is intimidating!
2 against 1! and I think for a little bit of flair, Edith uses a bit of their shape changing to make themselves look a little bit more beastly. Like, I don't know. Trying to think of a sort of scarier looking race that they might have seen, because they can only turn into things that they've seen before. Probably something like I had it in my mind for a second.
Where bad wolf
Bugbear.
snake. Oh, nice.
I can't remember if that's a playable race still in D&D or if I'm thinking of Pathfinder, because it's not shape changing like druids can do.
Yeah. Anyway, still, I think it's with the 20. I think he has like a weirdly wicked glint in his eye for a second, since this is a little known fact, but his eyes actually glow in the dark a little bit.
Ooh, nice.
Jax looks to the other side with a cough, like looks just kind of starts looking behind him with a cough, like this is why I don't leave the office.
Edith's going to quickly revert back as soon as Jax starts to avert eye contact. Like, yeah,
Still,
you better.
straightens back out his fluffed feathers and normal again.
Yeah. But anyways, Edith's going to look back at the note and tuck it into their pocket. Like, might ask Abigail. Yeah, Abigail. Edith's probably gonna be like, we should probably ask Abigail about this too when we go to see her.
Yeah. And these glass bottles here, do you think this glass could have been part of what was used for the makeshift weapons?
And that I was sort of getting that thought, but this note, I don't know, it feels a little bit odd to be just thrown in with there, but maybe it was unrelated.
Potentially. We know too little yet to be for sure, but I think we should keep it in mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Since we are finished with the first round of the Tolan household, where do you guys want to go to next?
I guess
probably go. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, we're trapped in a go ahead state. I was thinking going to Abigail.
Yeah. Abigail's at the inn working.
All right. Once you guys are back out of the greenhouse, the cold hits you like a fire truck.
Edith immediately shivers, and were it not for the fact that probably not best to use their shape-shifting willy-nilly, they'd probably try to change into a tabaxi or something with fur, something warm. But as of right now, they just have to deal with it, I guess.
Shapeshift into little old tabaxi lady.
No.
Nothing would go wrong.
Edith tries not to shapeshift into actual people they've seen, just different races, species.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are now walking down Wethry Lane. There's and another older person just recalls their grandchildren back into the house as soon as they see you, give you a polite wave, and slam the door shut.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed signals here.
Edith just sort of shrugs, because they've probably been in places and received this sort of greeting before, and just goes sort of like, small town polite, you get used to it when you travel a bunch.
I don't feel anything amiss.
So now heading...
This tall snake with a man. He goes to the supermarket, gets a rock thrown to his head.
Oh boy.
So You guys are heading down the streets. Thankfully, snow plowed, but not for you. No, it's not for you. It's for the other people.
Hmm.
And you see the wooden sign of the Elkbound Inn with very fanciful, fully carved wood shaped to look like antlers. The front doors, there's 2 doors. How fancy. Have like the same pattern on them with an elk's face staring directly at you. It's split in half, so one side of the elk's face is on one door and the other half is on the other. You guys go in.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I'll roll an entry perception.
Oh boy.
Hopefully, is it just a little entryway again? I'm not gonna waste it. I'm assuming it's gonna be like the whole main room.
Okay, so you guys head in. Warmth hits you once more. There's the inn owner, Peren. You can see his name tag. And he gives you a small polite wave and asks, How can I help you 3 today? Looking for a place to stay tonight?
Edith smiles and is like, no, nothing like that. We were actually wondering if one of your employees was here, Abigail. We're here on behalf of Miss Tolan.
Oh, fine. He dramatically wipes his white hair out of his face, clicks a button, and just like, Abigail, ground floor, please. And stops clicking the button. It takes a little bit for. She's not little. She is 6'1". It takes a bit for the human to trudge down the stairs with a luggage pack that says room 05 on it, and it says, "Sir, the newcomer in town will be staying in room 05 for a couple more nights. He's going to set it on his drinking tab." Again with that stupid elf.
I think all the while they're waiting, and even as this sort of gruff interaction is going on with the innkeeper and Abigail, Edith's just smiling politely and very, very silently taking notes in their head. Like, oh, an elf,
Yeah.
huh? A newcomer.
I rolled a perception for stealth. 16. That's actually decent.
Okay, so you guys, upon looking into this room, don't see really anything wrong with it, but Stell.
But what?
You, Stell,
But still, sees.
you kind of look in that little corner, and you see that there's a claw with a little drips of blood.
Is Stell, are you gonna point that out?
I think he doesn't want to alert other people, but he taps you 2 on the shoulder and then just sort of like points as subtly as a tune can.
Jaques is gonna try to subtly go have a closer look at that.
Meanwhile, I think Edith is going to try to keep the innkeeper and Abigail's attention while they see Jax starting to go over to that corner to investigate a little bit.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. I'm not sure which one Stell should go with. I guess Stell's gonna go sneak over with. Well, would that draw too much attention? I guess he's gonna sneak over and seem like they're just hanging out over there in that corner for no specific reason.
maybe I don't know.
Roll a performance
I
or deception or something.
I would roll personally deception or performance, like Jax just maybe grabs Stella by the shoulder, and it's kind of like, I am gonna take a breather in that corner. Do you wanna come with me and chat with an old man?
So sort of like awkwardly chuckles. Sure, yeah.
I think while they're doing that, Edith is looking to the innkeeper and Abigail, and Edith, rather than going straight into questions with Abigail, is just like, a newcomer. Do you get newcomers around here often?
Paren just shakes his head. No, they've been here for about 4 days now, and we're wondering why they haven't left yet. The innkeeper is tapping his thumb really, like he's very angry about the fact that this newcomer hasn't left yet.
I think Edith is gonna be like, have they given you any trouble here? Just asking random questions to Stella.
I just want you to know Stella's like eavesdropping very intensely from over the corner.
You know that boy that the Tolan house has. Apparently, that man is waiting for him to come back so we can thank him for helping with the stupid luggage.
Edith is like, well, what, could you maybe tell me anything about, what you know about the Tolan boy? Like I said, I'm here for his mother, trying to help out with figuring things out, give her some comfort at least,
Straight-laced as a boy can get. Unusually not very rowdy, but always has these opinions. Very opinionated boy.
What sort of
Strong
opinions?
opinions.
If Jaques and
No, keep going, please.
yeah, okay.
You are on a roll. Go.
Go,
Okay,
you're getting
okay.
information!
Carry this game!
Carry this game!
I honestly wasn't expecting for Edith to be like the.
If anybody has like the thinking cap, like the Sherlock Holmes cap, it's Edith.
But yeah, I can't remember what question I just asked even. I think it was. Oh yeah.
Opinions.
Yeah. What sort of opinions?
That the current minister is doing a shit job at keeping those damn ANGSTians out of our country, and that he wants this war to end, and if nobody's willing to stop it, that he will march up to the capital himself and deal with the problem.
March up to the capital all by himself? That sounds like a big job for just one little kid.
I know, but he had his heart set on it, and that boy.
He get into trouble often with those opinions?
Surprisingly, no. Almost everybody here around agreed with him.
Huh.
Ooh.
You say almost everybody.
Yeah, diner keeper.
Alright. Give me just a second, I'm writing this stuff down.
you two in the corner. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the claw. It's literally just a missing claw. That's all it is.
Okay, so they're just like hunched over a missing claw and like, yep, that's definitely a
Okay.
missing claw.
Okay, but are we? Sorry, I think this is the part that you guys cut off, like when you were talking about a claw. Is this like a severed limb?
No.
No. Okay, thank
You know,
you.
like how,
Yeah,
like, you know, if you have like a fingernail and you know just the keratin part pops off or whatever it's made out of. I
like
think
the
it's
claw of a cat.
All right. Can I roll an I know it's just only like. Can I roll an investigation to see if there is any residue under the under the nails, like signs of a fight? At least we have confirmation he
Sure.
was here.
Or maybe a certain color fur.
Yeah. Like cue the generic police investigation theme song.
I wish I
We
had
need-
bought a magnifying glass for Still.
We need to get the forensic team in here.
Wait, hold on. Would I be allowed to hammer space him a magnifying glass?
Yes.
Sure, but the DC you have to beat is 5.
5.
Yes.
Come on. Roll
Hold on.
the dice.
I've never actually rolled hammer space before, so is it a D100?
That is
It's a
a
D10.
1d10.
It's a D10.
D10. Okay.
And you have to meet or beat a 5.
All right.
6. Yeah!
Yeah!
He whips out of his hammer space a magnifying glass and goes, just looks really close and goes, I guess I'm also gonna roll investigation.
Me too.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
God.
Hey!
Thank you.
You guys noticed that it was
Oh wow, the magnifying
Hey!
glass helped. Just its presence in the area.
Guys, you guys do notice that it is from struggle, but not from a fight struggle. There is a little bit clump of the ruddy brown fur by it, but it is literally from struggling to pick something up.
Okay. Jax is gonna take his notebook, do a quick sketch of the area where the claw was found, and then he's gonna pocket the claw. And the 4. But very like in a separate bag. It's not plastic. It's not plastic, but it's kind of like a translucent kind of silk. Is that allowed?
Sure.
Great.
Presumably our
Just-
investigators brought like some basic investigation supplies, like things to put stuff in a notebook.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that your evidence bags are all like silky little drawstring bags.
There's nothing for avoid contamination, but it looks really pretty.
I think the next question that Edith is going to ask the innkeeper is, you say that the owner of the diner didn't agree with those strong opinions of Jade's either. Do you mean Kayleen, I think it was? His mother mentioned that he might have been in an argument with her. Did you know anything about that?
Don't know nothing that happens outside of this inn.
Fair enough. I mean, it's not your business to know. You have a business to run, yeah?
Exactly. Nothing.
Alright.
Anything that happens in this inn stays in this inn. Anything that happens out of it stays out of it.
Alrighty. Well, I'm not going to bother you anymore. I'm sure you're plenty busy with your inn, so if it's not too much trouble, I'd like to pull Abigail aside and talk to her for a bit. Is that okay?
Fine, but just take her to one of the staff rooms, and he just points his thumb behind him to a room just plainly labeled "Staff Do Not Enter."
Okay. I think Edith's going to look back at Jaques and Stellar and be like, "You two all rested up?"
Oh yeah. I'm kind of considering still asking the guy, in like a casual way. Hey, buddy, do you know if something happened here the other day? We just found like a lost claw on the floor. That's sort of a weird thing to find in an inn, but I'm not sure.
Maybe don't word it exactly like that. Might not want to draw a suspicion.
Yeah, I think
But,
you know what. Still, will hold off on asking until after they've interviewed Abigail and they're on the way out.
I actually have an idea for a question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Jaques is just kind of gonna turn around and it's gonna, the nearest surface is just gonna pass his finger along and look at the dust, look at the floor and ask, when was the last time you cleaned around here?
Just this morning, sir.
Sweeping and everything, right?
Yes. Oh, it's break time. 15-minute break. Disperse.
Okay. All right. Next, we go to ask Abigail's.
Okay, so like that thing had to be there.
Guys, go
Since
get
this
drinks.
morning.
It's break time.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We'll
If I don't
continue this
break
question
time.
after the break. I guess I'll pause the recording.
I'm gonna forget.
I can write it down.
It's leaving my brain. What were we talking about?
Okay, I'm pausing the recording, or should I just let us hear?
Pause.
Hold on. Okay, recording resumed.
Did you not pause it?
I paused. I said a recording resumed.
Oh, okay. So we are back in the entry hall of the inn. Last time I remember that Jaques was trying to ask the last time that they cleaned this place.
Because I'm trying to pinpoint the last time the owner of the club was seen in this hall.
And he claims to have cleaned it that morning.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and roll an insight on that, just to see.
If you don't mind, I want to do that too because I feel that Jaques will be like kind of rolling insights in his head, like everybody's lying to me.
I'll join in the rolling of insight.
You're lying to me.
Oh!
20!
Hey!
Oh!
Okay, a 19th. I don't complain.
The three of you see that this guy is lying to save face for the company, and there's like, oh, I forgot to clean that this morning. Oh shit!
Okay.
But he's trying to maintain a calm air of, yeah, I cleaned it this morning. What of it?
Okay,
I-
and just sorry. I actually like. I would like. No, I'm gonna save that. Sorry. I'm saving it.
Okay.
I think Edith's gonna be like, really? You cleaned it this morning? That's quite a surprise. I think that if I were in charge of running a business like this, it just slipped my mind way too much. I have so much trouble with little details, but good on you, man. just picking at him a little bit, but with such a polite smile. Trying being subtle about it.
So,
Trying to figure out how Stell, the little genius, would phrase a question about, did anyone pick something heavy up over there in the corner the other day? For non-specific reasons. I think he'll keep quiet about it for now. Can talk with the others maybe about whether or not they should pose the question.
and he just taps the table a little, just like, okay, Abigail, yes, sir. That room there, you're going to talk to these three, and you're going to answer any questions they have. Okay? Yes, sir. And she just sort of ducks into the staff room.
Okay. Edith's going to go ahead and follow her in.
What if Jax just waits out looking at this guy?
Huh?
No, never mind. I will follow the rest. But Jack just stays out a little bit, just staring a little bit longer than he should to this guy, and then leaves.
I do think that before Edith completely leaves the room, just looks back at the innkeeper and is like, keep up the good work, man, and don't forget to keep attention on those little details, you know. Just still picking at him low key.
So, you guys are now sitting alone with Abigail Fount, friend of the victim.
Alright.
And she's sitting there trying to make cold water into hot tea with the little I forget what it's called, the electric coffee pot. Like the electric kettle. And she's just staring at you, goes like, what do you want?
We're here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, ignore me. Sorry.
Edith is just like, we're here to try and help find Jade, and we heard that you two were friends, and you might have been the last one to see him. Is that correct?
I don't know if I was actually the last one to see him.
Well, either way, I think you're perfectly capable of answering some questions for us to help us out, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Right. First off, let's go ahead and start with what you just said. If you were the last one to see him, do you have any idea who was?
That dude in room 05.
Oh, the elf, the newcomer. Yes?
Yeah.
Do you know anything in particular about him?
He's strange. Really likes a sob story.
Sob story?
He likes to cry. His name's Leaf. Leaf Coaljacket is... If you want me to describe him, I will. I've been catering for him for like the past 4 days. And boy, is he a character. No offense to you, and he points at Stell.
None taken.
Edith just sort of nods with a smile and says, please, anything helps, really.
Boy, is that man muscular!
What?
He's got muscles to compare to freaking Apollo, man.
Alright, so he's a
Perfection.
beefcake with a sob story. Do you know how he knows Jade?
Well, you just sort of picked him up outside of the diner, and while I was there, he was just like, hey, can you help me with this? And he had like this huge bag of shit. Sounded like there was metal in there, but I could have sworn that he said it was nothing too important, but told him not to drop anything or because it might dent.
Sounds like it might have been something important to him then.
There's like a whole rattle of like metal though. It was like metal. Like shit you find with and she lowers her tone to a whisper, adventurers. We don't talk about those here though. We don't talk about those here though.
Why not?
They're shady people. They're shitty people. They're awful.
Could I roll history on that? Because I have no idea, but my character might. Like, because
Okay,
of
No,
yeah,
course,
no, I know
go
Skull
ahead.
Jaques.
does, since Nara explained it.
Yeah.
Nara, baby. Ah, shit! I should have had the video here. 1 second. History. Sorry, I'm trying to.
No, it's
It's
okay. Yeah, you get it. Jacques, you get the sense that, like, oh yeah, we don't talk about those people around here because simply it's just not in your favor if you do. You have heard stories of adventurers coming up to towns, death, hunting down a single person that probably hasn't even done anything wrong and just getting rid of them.
Could I roll an insight on Abigail and see, does she like adventurers?
You don't even have to roll an insight. She hates them.
Oopa! Never mind.
I think picking up on that thread still is like, so kind of reassuring to see that other people get creepy vibes from Ranson's whole situation. We learned that Jade wasn't a fan exactly either. Do you think that could have anything to do with his recent disappearance? And actually, on that note, was he missing a claw when you last saw him?
I don't look at people's feet, sir.
Yeah, I mean, like, an injured wound, foot, limping, something like that.
I didn't see him leave.
Abigail, you spend a lot of time with Jade, right?
Yeah, what of it?
Mm, You two must be good friends, correct?
Yeah, no
How long?
shit, Doc.
I think Edith does sort of laugh a little bit at that.
All right, fine. Very funny. How long have you two been knowing each other?
Since we was like 10?
Uh, did he told you any future plans?
Not really. It's kind of secretive, now to think about it.
Hmm. What do you
Don't
know
like
about weapons?
what weapons?
Inside.
I think Edith's gonna do an insight on that too.
Yeah, everyone's now squinting intensely at.
What was the modifier I forgot?
Gosh.
I'm sort of like I was having trouble hearing. Was she like saying no? She didn't notice a limp or anything on Jade.
Yeah, I think she said she didn't really notice a limp or anything.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out a timeline.
Jake, you get the feeling that this lady is telling the truth to you. She was like, she's kind of stuttering. They're like, what weapons? What? She is actually very confused. But Stell and Edith, you also get a sense of that confusion, and that the inkling that she might be telling the truth there.
Edith's going to. I think to save face a little bit, just because, we don't really know this person very well and we don't trust her yet, Edith's going to try to backtrack a little bit and be like, well, we found evidence that, Jade might have tracked down someone who was, in possession of weapons. We don't know why or how, but it didn't seem like he himself was in possession of any weapons, but he was there was something about like finding someone. We don't know the nature of it. I'm gonna roll deception for that real quick. Don't worry though. Edith got like a +8, so hopefully this goes well. Yeah, Edith's got good deception.
That one.
Shush! Don't jinx it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Deception.
She shakes her head like, I don't know anybody that could. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're just trying to figure things out, help out.
Look, we're investigators, not narcs.
Yeah.
Could have fooled me.
I think Edith's going to chuckle at that and be like, "No, don't worry. I'm the farthest thing from a cop or narc or any of that. I'm not one to sell somebody out, but we do want sell somebody out or get anyone in trouble. But we did hear that Jade might have gotten in an argument with the diner owner, Kayleen, recently. We were wondering if maybe you knew anything about that.
Oh, that bitch is a patriotic son of a. She's awful nasty. She hates everybody. I don't get why she don't just move out already.
Has she had any conflicts with other people?
Oh, she fights with everybody.
How does that usually end? Has there ever been any physical altercation?
Most of the time, there usually is physical altercation, except with the minors that live here. She never throws a fist at them, but other people, oh, she throws hands.
Can't say I'm looking forward to meeting her. Wait, do you think I could pass off as a kid?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
I'm getting conflicting answers here.
You have the spirit of a child.
Don't go looking for any trouble, okay?
Well, I'm just trying to look at another way of getting punched in the face.
You absolutely should go looking for trouble. You have my permission.
Edith just sort of shoots Jaques a sharp look like, man, we need to get this over with. You're not helping. Please just chill out a bit, okay?
And
Okay.
you see him for the first time smile at you.
Edith just rolls their eyes and looks back to Abigail and just says, do you remember anything in specific about the argument between Jade and Kayleen?
No, not really. It was just mostly a screaming match and a breaking of plates and a storming off.
Do you hold on. I had a question in mind, but
Okay, well, you think I have another question? Just by curiosity, if I was to be an elf with very heavy luggage, where would you store that luggage?
Usually, it depends on where the person wants it, but the important luggage always stays with the traveler inside their room.
Is there any moment that the staff like go in to clean or anything?
Every day at noon.
Every day at noon.
Has the
Okay.
elf left his room since he arrived?
Only a few times. Mostly to go get ale and food.
Is there any sort of schedule he follows with that?
If she's trying to think about it, she's like, no. There's
No.
absolutely no schedule to it.
Fair enough. I think
I'm pretty sure he's here right now.
Mm.
If you wanted me to let him know if you guys wanted to ask him anything.
Absolutely, but before we do, I do want to ask just a couple more questions to you. I do want to ask, hold on, I need to. Miss Tolan told us that you and Jade spend a lot of time together at the greenhouse and at the lake. Is there anything that was out of place the last few times that you two hung out that you can remember?
Oh yeah, there was this. He's been getting like this weird bag full of glass lately. I don't know what he's been using it for, but it just keeps rubbing me the wrong way. I don't look at it. Well, I do look in it. I just don't know what it could be used for.
I
when
have
did
a
you
couple guesses.
Who the hell needs so much glass?
I once knew someone who made art out of different colored glasses and stuff.
They don't have a kiln.
True, but if it's already formed glass, if he has the right materials, he could still stick it together, make interesting shapes. I was in the merchant business for a while, so people sell all sorts of things.
Yeah, I'm sure the glass was for totally innocent arts and crafts projects.
I think Edith is going to like subtly elbow Stellar, like, be quiet, you're being a bit suspicious now.
I just want you to know.
I mean, they don't say that out
when he
loud.
said that, he knows what he's doing. In a way.
But anyways, Edith is just like, anyways, can you tell us when he started, like, collecting glass and stuff? Is there anything else he's been collecting, or, anyone in particular outside of his usual friend circle that he's been talking to?
I don't know anybody that he's also friends with. He's usually just with me. And he's only been collecting that glass for like 3 weeks now.
Do you know if he knew anyone named Dinthrin?
Oh god, that weirdo.
So you do know him.
I didn't. Oh god. They are so fucking weird. I wish they'd just leave already.
What's so weird or off about them?
They own bees! What is wrong with them?
Owning bees isn't a very strange hobby.
It is here. And it's not welcome here.
Why?
Goddamn bees are an ill omen.
An ill omen?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
They're bad luck.
What? If bees are bad luck, then how do you get honey? Like,
what's honey?
Okay, that answers everything.
Is there anything else in particular you can tell us about Dinthrin? Do you know where they live, maybe, so we could give them a visit too?
Ugh. And she gags at the thought of Dinthrin. Dinthrin's a fucking weirdo. I would stay away from them.
Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you for a favor. We are conducting an investigation, so please cut that off. I am not interested in your personal opinions about this person. Just stick to the questions, please.
Fine. Dinthrin is somewhere down the road. Forget which one, but it's somewhere down there. Along the lake shore.
Along the lake. Are there any other houses by the lake, or?
There's only a fishing shop that a pop runs.
Hmm.
We'll just look for the house surrounded by bees. And look, I
It's
feel like your
winter.
hatred of bees is unwarranted, and I
It's
speak of that
winter.
as someone who has had a beehive dropped on their head.
You have a what?
It's a common occurrence in Inkwell, okay?
I'm a lot more hesitant about visiting Eagle now.
Hey, it's less common than the anvils.
Anvils?
What's gonna be next? Are you telling me that pianos drop just
Oh, yeah.
randomly in the middle of this? You see him like this man that has literally cold blood, that he gets pallor. Like what? Where do you live, in hell?
Listen, why do you think Toonkind developed the Acme effect? It's a survival instinct.
I've
What?
never heard of that in my
You
entire
know,
life.
you get squashed by something and you don't take damage.
Is that contagious?
No, I think it would be a good thing if it was, though. Less people would be crushed, stabbed, etc.
Is that all the questions you have for me? Can I go
Edith,
to work now?
One more. One more. So,
Sorry.
did you last see... So, look, your friend lost his claw. That claw was found over in the front of the inn, in the corner, and it looks like he might have lost it picking up something heavy. Do you think it would work out that he maybe lost it while helping the elf with the
I
luggage?
already told you he was helping that elf dude carry his luggage.
Yeah, so So I think that might have been how he lost it. He says this to the other two.
All right.
So when, just to recap, and he's just talking to the room, when does that information put Jade here? At what time does that information put Jade here?
I think Edith's just gonna straight up ask Abigail. Do you know when Jade left after helping the elf?
Around 8 p.m.
All right. Well, I think that might be all the questions we have for you. Anything else you'd like to add, Jaques, Stellar?
Yeah, I'm good.
I will be glad to leave her presence. So, tada! And he strolls out of the room.
I think Edith's going to just roll their eyes as Jaques just up and leaves and just ask, what room was it that the elf was staying in? 105?
And 05. Just straight up 05. We only have 15 rooms. Room
Okay.
number 5.
Okay. Well, is there anything sorry, I'm writing down notes at the same time. Is there anything any rules for visiting with the guests here, or would it be okay if we just went straight to the elf's room? Do you think it'd be best if you went for it at first?
You can just go. Get out of my space. I'm tired of seeing you newbies around here.
Really?
Edith,
Okay. See ya later, I guess, or not.
Edith goes ahead and gets up and says, "Thank you so much for your help with just the slightest bit of passive aggression, but shrugs it off and leaves, and starts heading down to room 05 and gestures for Jaques to follow.
How long did they say that the elf had been around?
4 days.
4 days.
And staying for 2 more.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, Jack is just gonna kind of like go like, great, let's break into a room.
Edith just sort of shoots back. We're not breaking in. Apparently the elf is still here. We're just gonna ask them questions now.
Oh, of course, we are definitely not breaking in.
No. I know the difference between breaking in and coming in as guests. If we ever need to break in, well, there'll be no problems with that, but right now, no need.
Still is right there, you two.
Oh,
Edith,
haha.
Like, Stell's a vigilante.
Heroic.
He does breaking and entering for a good cause.
No, but it's a good point. Jax is gonna turn and say, a heroic breaking in.
A heroic breaking.
Edith-
Yes, correct. I'll allow it.
Edith flatly says, it was a joke anyways. Don't worry about it.
Of course, we are such a good humor group of friends.
Anyways.
Do you guys want to knock?
Yeah, Edith's probably gonna be the first to knock again.
Actually,
Make the best knocking noise you can. What is it? And you hear this. Oh, man. This elfin dude just kind of like slurs words a little.
A drunk. Wonderful. Is Edith's first thought. Just from the slurring, but like, you know. Edith's oh, we didn't even ask for the elf's name. I
She
don't
told you it
suppose.
was Leif, Jack. She told you it was Leif.
Can you
Oh,
spell
it's,
that out for us? Because
Spell that out? Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
room service.
I was gonna make the same joke.
I was thinking it too. I was debating doing that.
They just all chorus at once. Room service. And then look at each other.
Oh no,
Come
I'm starting to think like juice.
It is
The
like
door creaks open. And
Edith goes inside. I think I'm gonna roll perception real quick just to take in the room. As many details
Okay.
as I can.
Yeah, I think that's just the standard procedure now. We all enter a room and roll perception, and some of us fail miserably.
I haven't been rolling perception for the most part. Unless asked. Oh, only an 11.
Damn.
Not bad, but not great.
Ah,
That's not enough to get anything on the list.
ah.
Oh.
Not even Sorte's got enough.
Oh, so this is like a 20 above situation, huh?
Actually,
What if
18
wait,
plus.
what if my passive perception is 20? Does that not count for anything?
Since when has we used the passive perception in any game?
Oh my god. I have seen people use it.
I think it's more for like you're in a dungeon and there's something around you rather than
Yeah,
you're
I
looking
know.
at
For
something.
stealth stuff.
I know. I'm just
Passively
I guess-
perceive a hidden little clue.
I passively perceive that this man might or might not be drunk.
Does it? Can you at least give us like
I'm working
basics
on.
of what the room looks like in Leaf?
I'm trying to get it together, but y'all keep talking.
Sorry.
Inside of the room, you see that it's pretty homely. There's a little fireplace in the corner. Got a
This is
bed
very
at
nice.
least. The rug is a bearskin rug, very soft and plush to the touch. And on the bed is this dude swinging around a bottle of ale, sobbing grossly into his greaves.
Mm.
I'm so sorry. I'm a mess. I hate this.
Edith is just looking quite confused and just sort of says, what do you mean?
I'm a mess. I'm a horrible person.
Yes, you are, but why?
That's so mean. I think Edith just sort of like gives him a light smack on the chest.
Meanwhile,
You
Stell has
feel-
to cover a laugh. He
Wait.
doesn't condone it, but it was funny.
Edith is like covering a laugh of their own too, but also they're like it's not going to be great for their reputation and for getting people to answer questions if they're always rude to everybody.
It's like good cop, bad cop. It's just smart cop,
I'm gonna
tune cop, rude cop.
I'm gonna say that Jax looks like genuinely confused, like he's agreeing with him. That's
Oh, I can't believe I let that boy go. I can't believe I let him leave. Oh, I'm a horrible person. Dramatic. Much?
Edith starts to walk a little bit closer, not quite into the personal bubble, but just getting closer so they can, you know, I lost the words I was gonna say, but anyways, they ask, by that boy, do you mean Jade? Jade Tolan?
He sits up, immediately wipes the tears from his face, and is just like, yeah, how did you know?
We're investigating his disappearance, and if you have any information, you should let
I
us
think
know.
Edith's gonna slap a hand over their beak. This is a drunk man who's already in shambles. They do not need this.
It's clear he already knows he's disappeared.
We don't know that for certain, though, and there's no need to remind him and push him into even further hysterics. It is just sort of like, we're friends of Jade, and we he's hold on, I need to think of a good lie.
I still want to have Stell uncover his beak and do like a teenager bit. We're looking out for our friend Yo.
no,
I won't do it. I just thought of it and had to share.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
we are the solution for your guilt. Now we have a few questions. Do you want to mend your errors?
You can ask away. Anything you want. Anything. I'll even give you my sword.
Sword.
A weapon.
Edith sort of says, I'm guessing you have a weapons permit?
Yes, I have a permit. And he kind of fumbles through his pockets and pulls out a crinkled piece of paper.
What exactly does it say?
It says, as declared by insert government member here, this person is allowed to openly carry weapons.
I wanna roll insight on that.
Um,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Insight, yeah, plus
I think. Oh, go ahead and tell what sort of got with this.
five. Oh, I can wait. I can wait.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking at Stell's proficiencies and trying to figure out if he would have anything that would help him with finding out forgeries.
I think
It's
Edith.
not forged. It's
Huh.
a legit thing.
Okay, it just. Okay.
This is a legit permit.
Okay.
Official
Edith.
seal and everything.
Edith's just going to say, "Oh, these are hard to come by. I'm impressed. How did you manage to get your hands on a permit?"
I paid 50,000 rovens for it.
Ooh, that's quite a bit of money.
Was it worth it?
No.
What makes you say no?
It's a cursed thing. It's a cursed thing.
More specifically, in regards of what? Does
You
it
get
attract?
people staring at you with pure hatred.
Edith sort of gives an awkward chuckle and is like, "I don't think it's that hard for people around here to give you those sorts of looks. You just gotta be new."
The snake man scratches his snake scales.
Batoon awkwardly shuffles.
The changeling, who looks as pale as a ghost, standing in the middle of the room, right in front of Gales. But anyway, Edith. Edith continues on. Have you received an excessive amount of trouble, or has it just been hard looks since you came into town?
That boy was so nice to me. And he starts to sob again, reaching for the ale bottle to take another swig.
I think Edith. Let me roll sleight of hand. Edith's gonna try to gently take it away from him.
Okay.
He doesn't need any more of that, especially if they want to get any meaningful information out of him.
Well, Ida is actually like Edith is doing this. Jax is gonna walk around, locate a mug, fill it with water if there is anything, and bring it up back to this guy.
Staging an intervention for the drunken elf.
Impromptu intervention. It's great.
Anyways, Edith very gently takes the bottle with a dirty 20. I presume it works anyways. Edith's going to very gently take the bottle away and be like, "I think you've had enough of that," and set it just out of Leaf's reach. And ask, "So, what brought you into town?"
Some work. I was told to come here.
"What sort of work?"
I can't say.
Edith,
It's classified work.
Still sort of like blinks like that and then leans in close. Please, it's not adventure work, is it?
Oh heavens, no.
I'm gonna roll an insight on that just to make sure. because like having a weapons permit does bring a little bit of suspicion to that. Insight. Okay, there we go. Keep forgetting the modifiers.
This dude's lying.
This dude is lying. Oh, I think
Wait, is lying on what?
on
That is
being an
not-
adventurer.
Do you know what? I'm gonna cast. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Edith's going to subtly signal, like with a little head shake, that he's lying to the others. Just very subtle, something that somebody extremely drunk like Leaf would miss.
Mm.
Still notices and immediately is like more on guard. Like, he had believed for a second that it wasn't an adventure thing, and now he's sort of pulling back and looking more warily at the guy.
Well, Jaques pipes up and he goes like, "Well, friend, we are here to support you. Your story has really touched my heart." And he's gonna cast detect thoughts.
Can you send me the description for that again? I forgot.
Yeah, I'm absolutely copying like it right now. 1 second.
Thank you.
Love you. Here.
You can feel a huge sense of guilt radiating off of him. That's like the thoughts are very incoherent, but there is one thing that is constant guilt.
I wanna check deeper. Do you need to do a saving throw?
Oh boy, Tom did pull up his sheet.
If the target it's a DC of 14th.
That shouldn't be a problem, to be fair.
For him or for me?
For him.
You better fail.
I have just a second. I have to pull up his sheet.
By the way, if he succeeds, then he knows I'm proving his mind.
Yeah, just loading it. Wisdom save?
Yes, it's a wisdom save. DC 14th, it seems.
Okay, you are not going to like this.
Whoopsies, did I blow it up? Damn, no, I don't like it.
You know what? I think I'm going to cast a spell of my own.
But before that,
But-
the leaf sort of just like kind of stares at Jaques and just goes like, "Don't,
Yes, it's easier this way.
don't."
I'm
You said-
debating. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You sent the child away, and you are keeping information from us. I will suggest you speak the truth, or you let me see what you're hiding. That way, nobody
Off the
can
table
blame you.
shit. You guys weren't supposed to find out this early.
Oh no. We spin, run it!
Now I had so many more clues.
Sorry.
Oh, no!
Sorry. But I'm
We're
just
too
gonna I'm just gonna say that Jax is actually telling him right now, like, if you cannot tell us because someone else will retaliate against you, this way is not your fault, it's mine.
He just sort of points to the closet.
Edith is going to go ahead and go over to the closet while Jaques is with the elf and slowly open it. Being
There's
cautious, of course.
Full suit of paladin's armor, plate armor. I want you to roll investigation on it with advantage.
Can still come over there with his little magnifying glass. Just hold it up to this middle armor.
Fuck.
Okay.
24.
I got an 18. Let me see if I can get even better. No, 18 is my best, and
You both got it.
Hooray!
okay, that's good.
You both see that scratch marks on the boots. There's the bandana draped over the shoulder.
Is it green?
Yes.
Oh no.
And there's a little locket of fur trapped between the plates of the armor.
I think Edith's going to try to remove the helmet and get it off. Just in case, somebody might be inside.
What'd you say?
Edith's going to move the helmet just in case, somebody might be inside.
And you said there was like tufts of fur coming out of it?
Tufts of fur stuck between the plates of the armor, like it's on like the knee guard.
So it doesn't actually look like there's someone inside.
There's nobody inside.
Okay, wanted to make sure.
Okay, you're no corpses here.
No, I misunderstood. All right.
Oh, what color is
Edith.
the fur? Is it the red?
It's the ruddy brown.
Yeah. Edith is going to move the helmet. Just sort of look over the armor a little bit. And ask. And just straight up ask Leaf, where's the boy? And I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Oh.
Can I also roll intimidation? Because I think Stell, after seeing that, has just slowly like turned his head to glare directly into this man's soul.
I'm gonna say that Jaques also does that because he's not liking what's happening. Also, he just went like, "I read your mind."
I got a bad roll.
This man is too drunk to be afraid.
Too drunk to be afraid, yeah.
I got a 21.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Oh, you did. You got it.
You got it.
Mind reader did good.
Yeah.
So what was the question that you guys were going to ask him?
Oh, we were, I asked, where's the boy? And we were all trying to roll intimidation.
The man is blubbering right now. He's like the bottom of the lake.
Oh.
I think Edith's, just silent for a second and then asks, is he still alive?
Shaking of the head.
I think Stell's gonna try to roll insight on this because it's like, yeah, at the bottom of the lake probably someone would be dead, but he's sort of in disbelief since he was really hoping to, find the boy and bring him back home safe.
Yeah.
19 on
This
the
man-
insight.
This man is telling the truth.
Edith has half a mind to drag Leaf to the lake and drown him as well. Because that boy was only 15. And while Edith is by no means good, Edith is not evil either, and Edith does not respect anyone who would kill a kid.
I was just doing my job. The boss told me to come here, deal with the problem, and I had to deal with it. And it was that boy. I didn't want to.
I think Stell has his brain has crashed. Blue screen, just abject horror. Like he had known Ranson had off vibes, but offing a 15-year-old.
I want to ask:
Uh,
is there any authority they can bring this guy to?
Considering he is part of the authority, I think.
Secret police, pretty much.
Yeah. Don't think so.
I just want y'all to know, I have a feeling
Tell me.
Stell's eyes at this point is doing the cartoon Warren, kind of bewildered, crazy circle eyes things.
Jaques, and I don't know if the 21 on intimidation translates to this, he's gonna get to the level of this man and say, if we were to let you go now, this has happened, you go away, people know it, but they don't know you. What will you do next?
He can't answer that question. He doesn't know.
I think Edith's going to ask, you've already told us what you've done. Why not go ahead and tell us who your employer is?
He's just sort of uncomfortable drunk. He is. And just says, Miss Laura Ruban herself, the minister.
Still
Jack-
verbally
Jack-
hisses. The kid spoke out against her, and this random kid, 15 years old, and she sent you after him?
How many people have you disposed like this of? Do you remember?
He does not remember. He shakes his head.
This is the only person you have been feeling guilty about?
This was his first time. Off the table. This was his first. So he's not used to this. He's guilty. Guilt-ridden.
I think Edith is going to grab him by the arm, pull him to his feet, and tell him, "Come with me." And Edith is going to start marching out of the room and pause by the door to make sure he follows.
He's sort of stumbling along.
I guess Stell and Jaques take up the rear, and it becomes a weird parade of sorts.
Edith is going to lead him all the way back to the Tolan farmhouse. And Edith is much more gently going to knock on the door.
The door cracks itself open and is like, yeah. And it's just looking confusedly at Edith and then to the elf man.
Edith very softly says, "Ma'am, I'm afraid we have bad news about your son." And he is going to push Leaf forward and say, "Tell her what you've done. tell this woman what you've done to her son.
He's now kneeling on the ground as if awaiting his execution. He's waiting for blows. They're not coming. As he just stutters a bit. He's trying his best to hold his horrible self together. It's just, I took him to the lake and kicked him in. He tried to climb his way out. I shoved my boot in his face, and he's having a hard time finishing his words.
think Edith stops him there because there's no need to get into the really gruesome details with this woman who's already probably been through enough just worrying about her son. And he says, ma'am, this doesn't seem like the place to have a proper justice system. So, I honestly don't know what to do here. And since this happened to your son, I wanted to talk about it with you. I'm very sorry that this is what we had to find, but if there's any way I can help, I will.
She's just in shock. It's just like, what did my boy do? What did my boy do? And she's just beating at this man's back with delicate paws, very gently, and she just like wails.
I don't think Edith stops her from getting her anger out or anything. Just after a while, maybe places a very gentle hand on her shoulder to try and help calm her, at least a little bit.
I don't think Stell's ever looked this grim. Just sort of standing there stoically with just a frown etched onto his beak and
Ma'am, might I make a suggestion?
She doesn't say anything.
Go inside your house, and I will take this man to the lake, and I will make him retrieve the body of your boy. I think that right now we should focus on giving him a proper burial.
She almost doesn't want to do it, but she steps back and takes a couple heavy breaths, heads back inside, slams the door shut, and continues her wails.
I can take this from here, if you two want to go over there with her.
I think Edith's quiet for a moment, internally debating. Because right now they really, really want to do something about this murderer. They want to make sure he gets some form of, punishment, or there's some retribution for what's happened.
Can I roll an insight on both of you?
yeah.
Wait, what was my insight?
I'm kind of trying to decide how Stell is responding to all this.
I half want to do a deception roll in return because Edith is trying to keep sort of stoic and not let anything get the better of them. That's a 22. Let's see.
I'm also looking at Esther.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I win! Sorte wins!
Should I go for both of them, or?
Yeah.
Yes, if that's allowed.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'll let
What do I get?
Edith go first.
Okay. So at face value, Edith does look eerily calm and contained, just a little bit, cold at the moment. But as you look a little bit closer and study them, you can see a faint twitch in their hands and a subtle twitch in their hands, curling and uncurling of their fists occasionally, and their skin almost seems like it's shifting just beneath the surface, like they want to change into something else. But they are clearly rather upset with this just beneath the surface. Angry and with the curling and uncurling of their hands, it gives off the feeling of wanting to strangle this elven man.
Meanwhile, Stell, again, he sort of like almost looks stoic, but if upon close examination, you can see that his beak is trembling slightly and his eyes are getting a little watery, but he's really trying to hold it together because he is just so angry and upset. This is like, he doesn't know what to do here. There's no one left to save, pretty much.
Cry. Oh, that's out of character.
I'm like
I am
0.5 seconds away from crying.
I am
I am
slightly trembly from the emotions in this chase.
I am instantly attached to your characters. um, all right.
I think Edith, after a moment of silent deliberation, is just going to sort of nod to what Jaques said earlier and slip inside, pretty much opening and shutting the door silently so as not to disturb the woman. Or
Okay, wait! Don't run away from Jaques. He has something to tell. If it's any consolation, getting a body from the bottom of the lake while drunk might not be the wisest decision. The heavy object and all of that. So we are letting justice to chance.
Edith, I assume they got to the door and then Jaques spoke again. And Edith looks back at him and just quietly nods and steps back inside.
I think Stell follows Edith and stops at the door too, looks back, looks at Jaques and says, "You keep an eye on that guy," and
Oh, I'm keeping all of my eyes.
And then he turns to the elf and he just says, "Buddy, I don't know whether I want you to drown or live with this guilt." and goes inside.
Damn, that cut.
Yeah. That just came out improv.
And Jax stays alone with this guy and looks at him and say, "They are much better people than me." And he's gonna cast. He's gonna cast Alter Self. And he's gonna take the brief thing he had a photo of the kid, right?
Oh no.
He's gonna transform himself as much as he can with this spell into the most approximate copy he can of the kid.
Okay.
What?
And he's gonna walk this guy down to the lake to try to retrieve the body. And if he doesn't comply, he's casting Fast Friends.
He is going to comply. He is complying as much as he can.
Great. That's what Jax does.
Okay. So, you're walking down to the lake. This man, completely guilt-ridden and terrified on what you plan on doing to him. And when you get to the lake, he's staring at the water right where he dropped that poor kid in and is looking back at you like, I know I have to do this, but I really don't want to. He's not saying anything, but the look just says it. Just says it all.
Get the boat, you moron.
Wait,
Jax
what?
is gonna get a boat, you moron.
Oh no, it's right off the table. It is right under the dock.
Oh. Sorry, can you repeat that for me? So I make sure.
It is right below the dock. They are at the spot.
Oh, so it's not deep into the lake.
It's not deep. It's not deep, but it's deep enough.
All right. Jack's not helping. Jack's just looking
Do,
like the kid.
do you want me to roll any saves or any checks?
I will leave that to you.
I'm gonna make an athletics check. Oh, great.
What I
He
have done.
survives.
He dives down there. It takes a couple seconds before you can see his hands grasping on the dock, trying to dig it in so he can heave himself up. And on over his shoulders, you can see the topping wet fur. And this man is just hanging on to the edge, gasping for air.
Oh, look at you. Did he take the kid out?
Yeah, the kid's draped over his shoulders.
Jaques gently takes the kid.
Roll a strength check for me.
Shit, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Well, Jake tries to
Waterlogged.
gently. Yeah, Jake tries. So strength check. That is athletics, right?
No, just straight up a strength check. Use your strength. No
No.
proficiencies.
Also, my modifier.
Yes.
Okay, confusion is late. Uh, um, uh, uh, uh.
Hey, middle isn't bad.
His leg, he's
So
failing.
that is enough to at least help them help get them out of the water, but not enough to carry the boy.
Oh shit, I still need you to carry the boy back. Are you still alive?
He's still alive. He's just panting for air as he just has the boy over his shoulders like how one would carry a deer.
This is not helping my impression of this man.
Is the lake closer to the town than it is to the farmhouse? Or
Yes.
so this man is going to have to parade possibly through the town.
Yes,
With-
that is exactly what's going to happen.
Oh
Wonderful.
boy! Someone
That's a
please
good
tell
idea.
this man to carry that child in a slightly more dignified manner.
Yeah, Jax is not gonna let him carry it like that. He will clearly instruct to him that he's not a piece of meat.
He shifts it around so that the boy is cradled in his arms.
If you want any kind of redemption from this, start acting like that. No.
Nothing?
Now Jake takes his jacket and puts it over the boy. Start walking back to the farm.
And off he goes on a slow, steady pace all the way back. You guys
And
are getting stares of absolute horror.
I'm just gonna say that Jack is not moving from the guy. Like, he is going next to him. No explanations.
Okay, shifting over to people in the lady's house.
Haha! Dun.
How are you guys coping?
I think Still has pulled his hood up and it's now just sort of cast a shadow over his eyes and he's just... I'm assuming the mother is probably like wailing in a chair or on a couch and he's just sitting near or next to her.
She has actually ceased her wailing and has now gone off into whimpers as she is making you guys some hot cocoa.
Oh.
I think Edith is a criminal, of course. And not good, true neutral, so they've probably seen their fair share of death and possibly have a little bit of blood on their hands of their own. But they're not used to comforting people in times like these. But they will provide Miss Tolan with whatever comfort she might need. They'll stick close to her and maybe help her make the hot cocoa, make some for herself too. And just, they honestly might not talk a whole lot, but just be there for like a bit of quiet comfort if she needs it.
Yeah, I think that's what Stell's did, since if she's not on a couch, then Stell's probably just standing silent vigil near her.
Mhm.
Comforting bird
So
presence.
you were offered a mug of hot chocolate with a spoon in it. It is, you know, the Italian hot chocolates where you have to eat it, where it's like a pudding.
I'm going
In
to say
Spain, it's the
yes.
same.
It is a pudding. It is hot pudding.
Hot
It
pudding.
is not. It is not pudding. It's just thick. It's not
I
pudding. It's
know,
hot
I
chocolate.
know. It's just the consistency reminds me of pudding. Therefore, I'm using that as a comparison.
What you guys drink is milk chocolate, and I will shut now. Shut up now.
Ending the game with hot chocolate discourse.
So you guys are having your sweet treats as Miss Cullen is just like, now I have nobody. I'm all alone.
Edith, I think Edith is going to quietly say, "No, you're not alone." Jade had friends. I'm sure Abigail would be happy to come and help you however you need during these times. And I did say that I'd help in any way you need. I won't leave you here alone. If I can't guarantee I'll stay forever, but all the same.
She's just gonna give you a very gentle pat on the shoulder as she looks really, really upset. Her whiskers are drooping, her eyes are red and puffy, and her fingers are trembling as she struggles to pour herself her own cup. And she just simply nods.
I think Edith is going to very gently help pour her cup so that she doesn't end up spilling and getting very hot chocolate on herself.
Mhm.
And Edith is going to say that I know that we mentioned giving Jade a proper burial, but if you don't feel comfortable being present for it or any of that, you do not have to. I know this is probably very just trails off because there's not really many words to properly describe what has just happened.
I'm gonna silently roll a hammer space and see if Stell can bring out a box of tissues.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have the no DC to normal too this time.
Yeah, it was a D10, right?
Yep, D10.
Well,
Oh, you just got it.
just got it. A box of tissue is withdrawn. He grabs a tissue for himself and then he wordlessly offers it to the other two.
Edith hasn't been crying, just quiet, so they take the tissue box and hold it for Miss Tolan.
Miss Tolan takes it, blows her nose, and immediately tucks the used tissue into a rubbish bin and just like, thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't called you guys.
I'm glad we were able to help a little, even if we weren't able to give you a happier ending to all this.
Jaques, do you want to swing open the door?
No, he's not gonna
Okay.
swing open the door. He's a real kind of subtlety, so he's gonna knock on the window and try to, if there is any window, and try to call for attention for someone to come out.
I think Edith will volunteer because the other two are at least visibly taking this rougher than Edith is. Edith is holding themselves together just a little bit better, it feels like. So
Okay,
Edith
head to the
gives
door.
a very gentle "I'll be right back" and steps outside to talk with Jack.
As Edith is walking away, I think Still might also offer like a soft bird hand to the grieving lady.
She gives him a hug.
Oh. So Edith is stepping outside with Jaques, and they sort of see Leaf with Jade in his arms, and is like, oh. Just sort of unimpressed that Leaf is still here almost, but not going to make a deal out of it.
We left it a chance we can think about justice after the boy is put to rest.
I think Edith just nods, and I think they'll go back inside real quick and tell Miss Toland that their back is. Do you want to be present for when we bury the body? Is there anywhere?
She nods slowly. Well, one of you guys roll a d4 for me. Just one of you. I'm trying to. This is to figure out which orchard he goes in.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll the d4. Two.
How fitting. The apple orchard.
Oh no.
Oh.
You're killing me here!
Huh?
You're killing me here. I'm gonna have to mute before I start sobbing.
Stay hydrated
Really?
while you cry.
I have
At least
a
a little
sports
bit of
drink.
soul intake.
I have a sports drink.
The Mrs. Tolan nods and shakily heads to the door, not wanting to confront the fact that her boy had been drowned right on the very lake she praises.
I think. Are you okay?
Spicy.
Oh,
Channeling Jaques, I see.
Please don't die.
I'm not
It's bad for your health.
No
I
shit.
I think that Edith's going to leave the details surrounding why it happened for later, after Miss Tolan has had a little bit of time to process her grief. But for now, they do gently offer her their hand to take, and whether she takes it or not, they'll sort of lead her outside and maybe be a little bit of barrier between her and the body as she leads them to the burial spot, and
You guys are heading out to the apple orchard. It's unnamed for now, but Miss
Um.
Tolan is in complete shambles, trying to hold herself together as she sees this horrible, horrible man holding her precious boy, her only family she had left. She wants to stab him so bad. He doesn't. She's holding herself back so much. You guys don't even need to incite her. She wants to hurt this man for all that he's worth.
Edith can't blame her.
Can one of you please be the ones putting the kid to down on the our friend here is gonna help me dig.
I think Edith is going to try. Let me see. they have very average strength.
It would be funny if Stell could do it. Not really fitting with the mood, but
Well, we're gonna see. 18.
Nice, you're able to hold the boy up.
The dice love Cayde.
I will say that Edith is very, very gentle and respectful with how they carry and, lay, Jade to rest whenever they're ready to bury him.
There's digging, more digging. A shovel breaks. Someone has to go get another shovel. The shovel, you guys get another one. It's a lot of digging. But
Stell's helping with the digging.
I want to say that Jaques is helping with the digging, but you see that this man has no biceps.
this had been a very grim day for you all as you lay this poor boy to rest, surrounded by his favorite trees in the whole world. You likely
What-
have nothing to say about the boy.
I think that.
Alright.
Sorry, did you have more?
No, it's okay. It's like you're free to try and say anything about him, even though you don't know him very well.
Edith really doesn't have anything to say about Jade, but they do turn to Miss Tolan and say that did you have any good memories of that you might want to send him off with? I find that it's better sometimes to send them off with good memories.
It doesn't take very long for her to pull out a silvery pocket watch and place it in her boy's paws. This was left for you by your long gone father. You never really got to keep, so I kept it safe for you. And now that you're gone too, there's nothing really I can do anymore. Except just hope that you have an afterlife wherever you go. And that I hope you're safer now, and happy. And I'm sorry that the Great Lake had to take you away. It was too short of a time for you. And that is the last thing she says before stepping back.
Oh.
I think Stell kind of goes up to her and gently puts a hand on her shoulder and says, I don't know a lot about you, son, but you raised a good kid.
Well, I sure hope I did. He was not one for mischief now, was he?
I think Edith is going to offer to go back inside with her and finish, or well, offer for her to go back inside while they finish burying, so that, you know, if she wants, because, you know.
She simply shakes her head and starts pushing in the dirt with her hands. She wants to do this alone now. She wants you all to leave. Let her be.
Edith just quietly nods and says, one last, I'm sorry, and I'll try to stick around for a bit, so if you need anything, just find me, have someone else do so, and let me know. Because, like, they do feel guilty for, like, having. They don't really have a part in, like, what happened specifically, but having to break this news to her, and they probably could have gone about it better, but they just felt so angry in the moment when they found out.
There's no real way to soften that your son was murdered, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, she does, she is pretty alone in that house. She didn't have any more relatives, so it seems, so they feel bad that this older woman is going to be on her own.
Yeah. Like, the gears in Still's mind is turning, and he's just sort of like, there's nothing he can do. He has to get home to Inkwell, but he wishes he could stay and help the lady, but he can't stay forever, you know?
If he voices this, Edith will, like, give him comfort and say that he should go home, that they'll make sure that Miss Tolan isn't left completely alone.
Yeah, he probably
if they
voices it
can.
once they're back in the house and sort of have nothing else to do other than just sort of stand in silence.
Yeah. I think that Edith doesn't quite go back into Mrs. Tolan's house right away. They're going to go back to the inn and start disposing of the weapon and the armor that Leaf brought and make sure it never gets used again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What about the bandana? Like, I figure they would want to.
I feel like Edith will, like, grab the bandana and hold on to it until they get back to the house, and maybe figure out what to do with it from there, whether to give it to Miss Tolan or just quietly leave it somewhere where she can find it, maybe, and just have something to remember her son by.
Yeah.
Okay. When you do try to give her back the bandana, she takes it. Edith, she stands behind you and ties it around your neck and with a little tight knot, and just like, there you go.
Edith is, like, honestly visibly stunned when she does that. Like, she just ties it around Edith.
Yep.
Yours now.
They just sort of bring a hand up to it, and then look at her sort of confusedly and ask,
Thank
or
you so
say,
much for your help, young lady. It's pretty much all I've got left in terms of substantial wealth. But I'm pretty sure your company will give you quite the raise.
Edith just shakes their head like, you don't need to do anything for me. You don't need to do any of it. You've been through too much.
I do want you to take that, though.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. She gives a curt nod, pulls you three in for a hug, and he's just like, your horse is in the pasture. Don't forget to give him a cracker. They like saltines. And she pulls a saltine from her little pouch and offers one to Stell and gives one to Jaques. And then gives the final cracker to Edith. And he's like, go get your boy.
I think Edith is going to just nod and say thank you. I'll make sure to keep this safe, like just gently grabbing the edge of the little scarf.
Still also says thank you and then apologizes. I wish we could have done more.
You needed not to do more. You've done what I've asked. Thank you very much, and be safe, you three.
I guess Jax just says that this takes a lot of him, by the way. Even in his, even with his short life, your kid has made an impact in this community. I'm sure of that. There is not a single person in this world that doesn't impact those around them in some way or another. So yeah, I guess in that way I'm trying to say that your kid is living in these trees, in this farm, in these streets, and will never leave you for real.
He offers you another hug, Jaques.
This is a very uncomfortable hug. This is not a hugging man. He's also like weird to hug. Yeah.
Yes.
But he tries his best to be comforting. Like, but.
So you all
Just don't blame yourself.
gather your horse, get him tethered up to the buggy again, and start on your way out.
Wait,
The
what do we do with?
Huh?
What do we do with the paladin?
What?
With Leaf, I think.
Oh, he's snuck off. Off to go probably quit his job or something.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. I think Stell, like, when Stell realizes the guy's gone, he's just like, figures.
I think that just before they all leave, Edith's going to go back to Miss Tolan and ask, would it be okay if I came back every once and again? You shouldn't be alone. You don't deserve to be alone.
Come back anytime you want, dearie.
I think Edith's going to nod and say, I'll be sure to. then give her a little wave goodbye.
Oh. So now you all finally gather your horse, get him tethered to the buggy, and start on your way out. The snow has started to fall from the clouds above, and you can lean out the windows and stare at the town growing smaller and smaller behind you as you head back to Dewhurst. And thank you all for listening to this game. It has been an emotional roller coaster, and I am sorry for that.
You know, don't be sorry. It was a very good story.
Yeah, it started out a comedy, but then it became a tragedy.
Yeah, I just was not actually expecting the boy to be dead. It's like, oh, we'll find him, and then it was like, oh no.
I had much worse things on my mind, and I'm gonna say I was reeling back Jaques because he was gonna go from Jaques to Jack the Ripper. So
No.
Anyways, thank you, audience, and whoever is listening to this recording. Please do come back for another installment of the Delvian Company some other time. I was your host, Hoosh. These are my companions, and we would all like to wish you a good night.
Bye.
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 And I'll stop
Good
the
night.
recording.